What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I'm going to talk about a recent W that I had, and these are the Nike, Sacai, and Clot collab LDV Waffle. Now these released a couple weeks ago, I believe, but I obviously took all L's on the raffles. But surprisingly, I actually got a message from one of the Nike stores that ran the raffle in my home country. And apparently there were a lot of unclaimed pairs, so they did a redraw and I got a W in my size. So I don't know, I was not expecting to win anything, and it's so hard to win something like win the unclaimed pairs on like a redraw, but I don't know, it's just happened. I think this is like the second time that I won anything on a redraw. The other pair was like the Levi's New Balance 1300 collab. But anyways, so I went to the store today and picked this pair up, and I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this pair online, I thought these were trash. Relatively speaking, I think there are a lot of better colorways with the Nike Sacai collab. But having these in hand, I kind of changed my mind, because they're actually not that bad, and the colorway is actually pretty cool in hand. So without further ado, let's dive right into the shoe. So obviously this is a triple collab between Nike, Sacai, and Clot. And it's done on basically the LDV Waffle model that we've seen many times now in multiple colorways. But this time it's the three brands collaborating together. And so let's start with the most noticeable difference on this pair. Now, on previous LDV Waffle models, we've seen a lot of mesh material here on the side panel as well as the toe box area, but instead we've got this semi-translucent, kind of like PVC material. It's some sort of like this kind of plasticky screen type of material here with these like checkered patterns across it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm a fan of this particular model, but I think the material, but I think it takes inspiration from like the Kiss of Death Air Max 1s, because that model also has this material like on the toe box. I believe that's true, but if I'm wrong, please correct me. I think it does have some sort of like translucent material. But anyways, right on top of that, you got the double Nike swoosh, one done in this kind of like glossy burgundy type of colored leather here, and then on top of that you got this like fake snake skin patterned orange patent leather here. I think the orange swoosh is pretty cool. It's kind of that classic Nike orange, and I'm not really sure if I'm a huge fan of the fake snakeskin pattern here, but it is what it is. That's the design choice that they went with. And then that kind of plasticky material extends all the way to the back here as well, where the swoosh ends. And then here you've got these two layers of this nice smooth, kind of like semi long haired suede material in this kind of like tan color. It's nicely stitched onto the heel counter area, and then that extends all the way to the back. And then on the back side, the heel tab, you've got the Nike Sacai Clot branding here. I guess the Nike Sacai letters are printed in that kind of like jade color, and then you got the burgundy stamp for the Clot logo right there. And then on the front of the shoe, again, you see that kind of like plasticky material here for the toe box. That's kind of like different from the the other LDV Waffles, because on those pairs you get a lot of perforation, since the entire side panel as well as the toe box is made out of like that mesh material. But I guess this would be a bit of a like a fall shoe, if I may, because this does not have perforation, and that should kind of like provide you some sort of a bit more warmth, I guess, compared to the mesh. But anyways, you also see that suede material here on the toe cap area, and once again the material itself is quite smooth. And then moving towards the center of the shoe, you got the typical double lacing here with the tan colored laces as well as the orange color lace here, typically found on all Sacai collabs. And then here for the eye stay area, you got this kind of tan piece of leather here, and right underneath that, you got that kind of like hint of green suede material lined on the side of the eye stay as well. So that the double lacing system extends all the way to the top here. And then here we also see that double tongue that we find on Nike Sacai collabs. So on the front tongue, you've got that burgundy colored nylon material for the tongue itself. And then on top of that, you got this kind of like, I guess you could say this kind of moss green or some sort of light green colored nylon tag with the classic Nike logo embroidered in black and orange. And then you also have the sportswear text as well as made in China embroidered right underneath that. And then on the back, you also have and then you got this exposed foam on the tip here as well. And then here on the back side, you've got that bright orange nylon tongue. And then on top of the tongue, you got that kind of green colored nylon tab with the Nike Sacai, as well as Clot logo embroidered in black and orange. So you got a lot going on here, but you know, if we've seen this over and over on Nike Sacai collabs, so if you pick this pair up, you know what you're getting into. It is a pretty loud shoe, but in a good way, I guess, because I know a lot of people have been fans of the Nike Sacai collabs. And on the medial side, it's basically the same deal. There's really nothing too different. And what's really crazy is that they actually, painted the entire foam midsole in this kind of like orange color to match the swoosh here. I guess this is more of like a carrot orange or something like that. It's a bit lighter tone compared to the swoosh right there. And underneath that, you got that second layer, I guess you could say second deck of foam in that burgundy color as well. So it does really make the shoe pop against that kind of tan upper. And I don't know. I think it's a really cool detail, but some people might think it's a little bit too much when you're considering wearability. And then on the outsole, you got that kind of like gum type of outsole here. It's beautiful. You see the typical, traction pods, I guess, that we see on LDV Waffle models. But anyways, and then, the insole. The insole is interesting as well. Here you got that tan insole with the Nike Sacai logo or letters printed in orange, and then you got the Clot stamp in that kind of burgundy color. And then this pair does actually come with extra laces. I guess that one extra set here in that burgundy color. And then, that's basically it. So, again, I really was not a fan of this model when I first saw this online, but having these in hand, it really changed my mind. I think these are pretty cool. One thing that throws me off is that I guess that kind of hint of green. Let me put it this way. I think the overall look, the overall design, and the colorway of the shoe goes well all around as a sneaker alone, but when I'm considering wearability, I think the green might be a bit too much because we already have a lot going on here, like orange and burgundy and tan all over the place, and that I think the green might be a bit too much for me because I don't know, when you're considering wearability, I think this shoe should be a bit tricky compared to some others, say like the gray Sacai's or the black Sacai's, because he's got a lot going on here. I personally don't know how I would pull these off, maybe with some slacks or khaki pants or something like that. But it's pretty tough for me because I'm still getting some wear out of my Sacai LDV Waffle OG colorway, the red and blue one, but I don't know. I'm not really sure how I'll be able to pull this one off. Having said that, I don't know. I'm still considering maybe like letting these go, maybe trading this pair for a different shoe that I really, really want. Because again, as I was saying, I've got that LDV OG colorway, but I'm not wearing that as often as I hoped. So there's really no reason for me to add another Sacai collab to my collection, which is actually getting pretty big at this point. So I gotta make some decisions. So I'll see what happens. I think the resale premium is not too bad. So if you want to pick up a pair of Nike Sacai collabs, this might be a good addition. But my personal opinion is that I would actually save that money, maybe add a bit more cash on top, and then try to get a bit more of a fire colorway. Say like the recent like Nike Fragment collabs, maybe those might be nice. It's more wearable, and I think those look better in hand. But I mean, it is what it is. If you like these, you like these. So, but these are not my cup of tea, even though they're pretty cool. So yeah, sizing wise, my experience with Sacai LDV waffles was true to size is okay. It's just that if you have like a high arch or maybe like a wide foot, I think your feet might actually extend the mesh material, or for that matter, this kind of plasticky material, and kind of create that ugly bulge. If you are like, if you're not a huge fan of that look, you might want to go a half size up, but I don't really care. I just like buying my shoes all true to size, so that's just me. But I would recommend you go half a size up if you want that kind of extra wiggle room in the toe box area. But that's basically it for today. I mean, I feel pretty blessed to have picked this pair up for retail. Huge shout out to the store that gave me the chance to the redraw. But anyways, that's it for today. I've still got some more shoes to review. I've been quite lazy lately, but I'll definitely get those reviews out to you guys. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. We're really running towards that 1K mark, so let's really get there as quickly as possible. As always, your support is appreciated, and I'll be back with more content really soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.